Welcome into LTSN. We apologize for the brief delay. A couple of minutes in here to our 9th of 10 women's soccer broadcasts this season. Siena Heights coming into town at 12-2 on the season. The Blue Devils return home after a quick 2-game trip during which they went 1-1. A 4-0 win over Rochester and a hard-fought 2-1 loss to Indiana Tech. And now they'll have an opportunity here with Lauren Wozniak delivering on their first corner attempt of the night. Blue Devils in search of what would be considered an upset from most. A crisp air, fans have their jackets on, the weather is cooler, and we are approaching postseason play with 4 matches left. And meanwhile, here is Siena Heights looking to counter. It's Catherine Gordon, a group of dynamic forwards that this Siena Heights team presents. Can the Blue Devil back line hold up tonight? They'll certainly be under pressure at times. They have faced a little bit of pressure early on here. They conceded a very early goal within the first 4 minutes, and that lost Indiana Tech down in Fort Wayne. We'll see how they start out tonight. We know that will be crucial. It has been crucial all year long. When they've given up the first goal, the numbers have not been in their favor. A nice defensive play there made by Sydney Everett's getting the start tonight. Mather taps it back, and it's cleared down the field there by Trapp. Racing after it, Lauren Southworth, the freshman from Okemos, on that back 4 for Siena Heights. See them running a 4-4-2 formation for the most part tonight. Pleasure to have you back here on LTSN. Lead ball into Blue Devil territory, settled down by Catherine Gordon, the junior from Canton. She'll send one into the area, and Almendoz comes out to make her second save in the first 5 minutes of this one. Rebecca Almendoz getting her second consecutive start. We saw Renee Anderson, the freshman from Snoqualmie, Washington, make the start against Rochester. That was her first start of her collegiate career. Nice turn there from Silverman. She's been granted so much trust in her first season in the blue and white. Now here is Lauren Wozniak, who's been on a tear of late. 4 goals in her last 5 games. 2 multi-goal games. There's a high ball delivered, soaring into the box. Can Bologna settle this down? Addison Bologna, another player who's been given quite a bit of trust in her first season in the blue and white. Feels like she's always buzzing around, flying around out there. Feels like she's in about just about every location on the field. Whenever we watch these games, we seem to call her name quite a bit. She'll certainly need to be an active part of this Blue Devil attack tonight. They'll get back defensively now. Another calm save made by Almendoz. Sophomore goalkeeper. Trinidad and Tobago. Plenty of potential. Her starts are up this year. Started 9 as a freshman. It'll be her 11th start of the season. Started that tough loss to Indiana Tech, which she made 12 saves. Jordan Messing, one of the senior leaders over there. One of 3 seniors on this Blue Devil roster, leads the team both vocally and off the field. Great character, very fun person to chat with. Team will need that senior leadership on nights like this, facing a tough opponent in Siena Heights. Heights comes in 2 games back of the WAC leading Aquinas. So a big match for Siena Heights, a big match for the Blue Devils on this late season WAC night under the lights. The final night matchup of the season for Lawrence Tech. Final home game of the year will be on Saturday. We'll have that broadcast for you at 3 p.m. on Senior Day. A matchup with Lourdes. Should be a winnable matchup for the Blue Devils. Over here, and a nice play done by Paige Rachute. Head coach Andy Richards in his 3rd season, leading the way for the Blue Devils and looking on in a gray coat tonight. On the other side, Scott Oliver. 50-degree night. Oliver enters his 18th season as head coach of Siena Heights. He has built a consistent program, and a program that is once again threatening up near the top. Can the Blue Devils pull off what would be an upset tonight under the lights? Last time we saw Lawrence Tech on this home field, we watched a heartbreaking defeat to Cleary. Final 2 minutes saw a game winner finish Lawrence Tech off 3-2. What was a torrential downpour, a game that saw a lightning delay. It was an eventful process all the way through. A valiant comeback effort from Lawrence Tech. Saw them knot things up at 2 apiece. Tech, for the most part, has started pretty well defensively tonight. They'll have to do that. We knew that coming in. Trap is taken down, and that'll allow Silverman to further the proceedings. Or Silverman's free kick. Curved near post. Rapp went after it, but to no avail that time around. In those WAC standings, Aquinas up at the top, 7-0-1. Madonna not too far behind at 6-0-2, and there is UNOH at 6-1, and Siena Heights following them at 5-2. Could be a thrilling final couple of weeks of October in WAC women's soccer. Men practiced earlier today. The Lawrence Tech men will have their game on Saturday night. They approach a final big 2 weeks. Galloping through here, Siena Heights trying to develop some sort of an attack. Daniel Eastman, the 5'5 senior, Clark Lake. Pass intercepted there by Silverman, and now Silverman charge. Free kick. Scores high of the net of Almondoz. The Devils gave up a goal less than 4 minutes into their affair with Indiana Tech. So far, a better start. So far, a more promising start. Although stripping free here, Paige Rachute. Settle things back down. They look to play a ball there to Catherine Gordon, but it's popped on back out. And Siena Heights maintain possession here. Wozniak scored 2 goals in the Blue Devils' last home win over Michigan Dearborn. It was a scintillating 3-0 victory, full of positivity, full of energy, full of spirit. And they find that spirit and that energy tonight. They appear to have come out just like every other game, hard, fighting hard, and this is a team that you feel every time they step on the field at their best can compete and possibly beat just about anyone in the conference. They are well coached, but can it materialize tonight? Not a lot of space in the midfield for the Blue Devils to turn and look upfield early on. It's been Siena Heights controlling that midfield area. Nifty, lovely ball handle there from Paige shoots. Now down the right-hand side, Danielle Eastman watched tightly there by Sydney Everett and cleared away. Nice job done there by Bologna. Now Wozniak does have a little bit of time and space to pass up Caitlin Mather. Mather tried to drop it back. Mather has had such a nice follow-up act in her freshman year. Got off to such a hot start, one of the hotter starts in the conference, scored in the first 2 games of the season. Now another battle ensues in the midfield, and another battle that will favor Siena Heights. Wozniak's header. Tough ball to settle down. Randy Jeanette, the leaders on that back line, such a passionate player. Can they hold up tonight? 15 minutes in here. Nightfall is beginning to settle in. These lights are beginning to take their full usage. Andy Richards accompanied by Doug Steinard over there on that Blue Devils sideline, looking on. Search of their 6th victory of the season. Blue Devils at 5-7-2 overall. Bit of open space here for Eastman. As the actor upfield, Caitlin Mather. Now Silverman. Net watching the oncoming rusher and an easy save for Almondo's. Looked like Bologna was down momentarily on that last sequence, but he appears to be back up and moving around. The Devils will certainly need her mobility. There, a trap turns upfield. Previous match history favors Siena Heights in this one. 4-1-1 is the overall history in favor of Siena Heights, with LTU's 1 victory over Siena Heights coming back on October 1st of 2016. It's been 745 days since then. They stopped that skid, and right now they find themselves in a defensive position once again here. Moving well with the ball. It's a compact unit right now, but Have to watch the turnovers. Able to clear it there, Silverman. Lane Nybor, one of the key players on this Blue Devil team, goes back to Erica Hoffman, one of the promising freshmen. Fed the senior Messing, now to the sophomore, Laura Silverman. Sydney Everett, junior from Dansville. The newcomers on this team, though, started all 16 games with Jackson CC a year ago. Andy Jeanette, junior herself, MediaCom major, will play it on up. Now it spurts back out to the midfield for Jordan Messing to handle it. What will she do with it? Finds Jeanette. Messing again. Bologna up. And the proceedings were interrupted. Can Siena Heights make something out of this? Settling that down very well, Magali Romero, Paraguay native. Go on back to Danielle Eastman. Started 17 of 21 a year ago for this Siena Heights team. He goes over to Madison Castle. Sophomores. Granted quite a bit of trust. Given quite a bit of trust as a freshman, competing in all 21 games. Everett's. Now Hoffman. And back to the goalkeeper Almondo's. Trinidad and Tobago U20 national team member. Arrow. Almondo's once again calm out of her net, making a collision there, but making the save. Addison Bologna. Randy Jeanette. Laying down that wing. Possession will stay with LTU. Yeah. Leading in Sarah Trapp. They were trying to make a run behind that last line of defense. Just couldn't quite get it over the head of that last defender. Now here is Bologna again. Down to Mather. He's watched tightly. No room to turn. Messing did well to keep possession alive for Lawrence Tech, but now back to the midfield, and Messing finds herself in a defensive position. Looking to get behind the defense there was Magali Romero again. 2 goals on the season. That one floats over the midfield and finds Lauren Wozniak, the dynamic forward. She's had such a successful sophomore season. Just ran into a wall there. Can she retain possession? Last few minutes have favored the Blue Devils. Bit of a flip-flop the first 10, 12 minutes or so. I think Andy Richards, to this point, will be happy with his team's performance. 23 minutes left in this first half. It'll be an important 23 minutes. Every single minute will matter in this one. For this Blue Devil team, and they hold off a very good Siena Heights team tonight. Possesses a plethora of options and have the ability to put the ball in the back of the net. Last time we spoke to the sophomore Laura Silverman after the Madonna match, she touched on how the team should view every game as the last game. And that's that competitive mentality that the Blue Devils will lead tonight. Blue Devils did win the following game after she said that. The team at their best, that play with a lot of energy. It seems very important that they get off to good starts. They've done that for the most part tonight, especially over the last few minutes. Bologna did a very nice job there. Now here is Wozniak. Mather galloping up there, but that'll be cleared. Still a 0-0 game with shade over 20 minutes to play in the opening half from the LTU athletic field. 9th of 10 home matches for this Blue Devil women's soccer program. Perhaps in search of an upset when postseason play rolls around. Richard spoke about the aspirations in the postseason before the season started. Certainly don't think that has changed at all. Perhaps scored in the 76th minute of LTU's 2-1 loss to Indiana Tech. Lane Nybor, threat every time she touches the ball, so mobile. Flying and buzzing through the middle there, now pops it back to Silverman. Here is the aforementioned Sarah Trapp. She'll go back to Sydney Everett. Tried to go back to the support of Silverman, but split up there by Magali Romero. Plays kind of an attacking midfielder role. The counter now is Siena Heights. Net watches the forwards closely. Burnett, and it's Bologna taking away space very well there. Go Hoffman. Another attempt that soars very high over the net of Almondo's. Substitutions appear to be on their way here with under 20 to play now in the opening half of a 0-0 game. Blue Devils tied for 7th place in the WAC. Siena Heights at 4th in the WAC. Late in the season, intensity is up, pressure is up, importance is up in every single one of these conference games. But Bologna will head out and get a well-deserved breather. That looks like Lindsay Shootback jogging in. Take this throw in. Madison Tadora in for Catherine Gordon on the Siena Heights side of things. Mather dispossesses Madison Castle there. A lot in the midfield. The time we see them in that 3-5-2 formation. Siena Heights goes the other way with a 4-4-2 look. Danielle Eastman. Silverman does a very nice job there to dispossess her. And now the fans want a foul, and they will get that. Silverman is tied up that time with Eastman. Silverman will go on back to Everett. Blue Devils make somewhat of a mess out of that free kick opportunity. Mather. Ivor was a bit too far ahead there. Messing. Momentary danger, but sealed off as the Blue Devil backline continues to hold on. But can they face another rush here? This time coming from Julia Stancato, 5'9". Ball's pinballed around. Now here's Romero. Silverman clears for the moment. Back to Stancato. Couple of yellow jerseys, edge of the area. Silverman will close here defensively. Romero. Ivor, who's so versatile. Back there, able to clear it away. Blue Devils get it out of there. An injury here for Siena Heights, and that was the reason that really stopped any sort of an attack materializing there. Can't quite make out the number, but that injury appears to be worthy of a substitution. And worthy of a couple of trainers coming out onto the field. Substitutions possibly warming up on that Blue Devils sideline. We'll be back momentarily here on LTSN. 0-0. The clock stopped at 15:08 here in the first half. Welcome back to LTSN. That was Danielle Eastman, helped off the fields. He's one of the key pieces for Siena Heights. 5 goals on the year. The senior leaders on a very good Siena Heights team. That would be a hit to the Saints. LTU backline did very well in the beginning of the season, and they appear to be back in that form tonight. Question coming in was, could they hold up? They've done that so far, and now Nybor hooking a shot and scoring! Elaine Nybor, the West Michigan native, with her 5th goal of the season. So reliable, so composed. And she puts the Blue Devils up 1-0 with 14:39 remaining in this opening half. This Lawrence Tech team in search of what most would consider to be an upset on this night under the lights on their home field. And you couldn't have asked for a better start. 1-0 off the foot of Elaine Nybor, her 5th of the year. Blue Devils are in rhythm now. LTU coming off a hard-fought loss to Indiana Tech. Looking to bounce back from that on their home field. They're 4-3-1 on the home field, a game over 500. They performed well in front of their supporters. Goal is assisted by Lauren Wozniak. He's been very special for this team over the past 5 games or so, and contributing once again there. Answer back here, Julia Stancato. Able to fend off Everett's for the moment. Jeanette does a nice job of stopping that ball from getting near the intended target. Wozniak. Wozniak again, but in a different location. She'll deliver the throw in this time around. Find yourself with it once more. Right off an assist. Might have been a bit of a miscommunication there. Silverman was streaking down the middle, but appeared to stop. Now Jeanette will chase back after this. Messing. There a tad bit of pressure from oncoming forwards. The Blue Devils do a nice job to clear. Elaine Nybor, once again. Fans rise to their feet in search of something else. That one curves and off the post. What action materializing now as Nybor was in search of a second. Crowd has found their roar, and this Blue Devil team has found their energy, and they found the life that we know they can play with at their best. They're up 1-0 right now. Nybor again with confidence. He plays it back to Tiffany Everett. But this will be a turnover. Blue Devils will want to have back, freaking down that right-hand side, looking to save going out of bounds, but unable to do so that time. Madison Dora. Level back line has been very compact, moving with the ball. The ball watching going on. They've been passionate. They've limited gaps. Really adjusted to where the ball has been as a unit. Crucial for them to continue to do that. Limit the turnovers. This time, open space, moving up here. Get past one. Almendoz doesn't have to make a save. Just watches that one sail past off the left foot of Macy Llewellyn, the LaPorte, Indiana native. Saints have made the hour and 20-minute trip from Adrian, Michigan. Messing times that up well to clear. There's Wozniak subsequently doing a nice job with it, and Mather had it. Now down that right-hand side. Blue Devils will keep possession here and try to move it on back down. Lane Nybor has made some really nice runs on the left side of the field over the past 10 minutes or so. One of them resulting in a goal. That is where we stand now. A 1-0 Blue Devil lead on the home field against the favorite Siena Heights team. Blue Devils' last win over Siena Heights came 745 days ago. Erica Hoffman through pressure. Ybor making another run here. Low cross. Easy job done there for Sophia Lentz. Kalamazoo goalkeeper. How will the loss of Danielle Eastman affect the Siena Heights team? Mather was fouled that time. The Devils under her third here coach, Andy Richards. And we are looking for success tonight. 8 freshmen, 7 sophomores, 7 juniors, and 3 seniors on a roster filled with newcomers. As the axe delivery. Far post, but sails too long that time. Messing will chase after it, the senior. One of those 3 seniors. Under 8 minutes to play now here in an opening half that LTU can be satisfied with if it stays 1-0. Gawker comes in here. Freshman Blue Devils. For substitution. On their way soon. Under 7 to play, trying to keep the energy up, trying to keep the liveliness up. Lane Nybor. Sydney Everett, who made the start tonight, turns. Goes back to Erica Hoffman. Jordan Messing. And Randy Jeanette. Cross for Lentz to come out and snare. Got to settle down that long ball into the midfield for Siena Heights. Now composed with it. Here is Julia Stancato. Sydney Everett does a nice job defensively. Now Mather will try to take space away here. Ybor, once again, in the mix. Defensively and offensively tonight, a key piece for Lawrence Tech. But another turnover will give Haley Curtis, the sophomore from Allegan, Michigan, a chance to move things ahead for Siena Heights. Down that left side. Everett will come in for Lauren Wozniak, who assisted on the Elaine Nybor goal that has us at 1-0. Under 5 minutes to play in the opening half. The area, Almondo's able to stay calm and keep it clear of any sort of danger. Everyone standing up on both respective sidelines. Under 4 to play in the opening half. You can feel the intensity of this matchup right now. Lawrence Tech in search of an upset, but they certainly don't think it would be an upset. Julia Stancato. He moved, crossed into the area, popped out. Luda was clear, able to get the job done well enough. And for Richmond, Jeanette does a nice job defensively. All kind of had a dead roll, stayed in play, and that allowed for Jeanette to clear it for the moment. Silverman in the mix there, battling and fighting hard. Erica Hoffman. A header won by Siena Heights. No one on that right side, though. Silverman walking off a bit of a bump there after the collision. LTU blue and white, leaving it all out on the field under the lights tonight. Final 2 minutes now of this opening half. Mason Llewellyn goes back to support in the midfield. Essing will watch that one roll out. Madison Smith makes her way in here for Elaine Nybor. I was looking to hold off an opportunity here. Momentary danger. What a brilliant effort from Almondo's all the way out of her net, and a crucial intervention there as we head into the final 30 seconds of this opening half. Absolutely monumental. That was looking to survive these final 20 seconds now. Job from Smith defensively there. That will wind down in opening half that has favored Lawrence Tech, thanks to a goal from Elaine Nybor, her 5th of the year, assisted by Lauren Wozniak. 1-0 after one half. Blue Devils will hope to keep this up in the second and find another victory this year. Blue Devils at 5-7-2 under Andy Richards, hoping to improve on that tonight with a very good Siena Heights team in town. They are currently leading over that very good Siena Heights team. 1-0. You're watching Blue Devil Soccer on LTSN, your home for Blue Devil Athletics. Welcome back to LTSN. Elaine Nyborg struck in the first half, assisted by Lauren Wozniak, and we stand at 1-0 as we make our way into what should be a thrilling, scintillating, and very important second half of action for both sides. Here is Lauren Wozniak. Previously mentioned she assisted on that first goal. Now Lindsay Shootback streaking down that right-hand side. Mather, can she turn? Go play back to the support. Pratt fires one, and that will present no threat that time to Sophia Lentz, the Kalamazoo native. Started last time out in what was a 3-2 loss for UNOH. Both of these teams coming off losses. Heights rendered a goal late in the first overtime to a tough Racer team. And it was LTU on the road, a tough loss themselves at the hands of Indiana Tech. Both teams looking to bounce back tonight. A big whack matchup as we inch closer towards the end of the year. LTU has not beaten Siena Heights in 745 days. They're looking to end that skid tonight. It was the back line that was so composed. Really moved with the ball in that first half. Elaine Nybor once again doing a nice job there to get over there and take the pace away. Saw that quite a bit in the first half, along with obviously her goals. Such a versatile player. We'll need that from every white jersey on the field, that passionate defending if they want to keep the score where it is or perhaps add a goal. Crosser into the area, and that one takes a hop wide of the net of Almondo's. It was a scary moment for LTU. About 30 seconds remaining in that first half. Almondo's came well out of her net, but made a crucial save to keep it 1-0 before the players had their halftime discussions. Clock has been stopped momentarily. Officials looking up towards the press box. We'll add time onto the clock. Back up to 42:50 remaining here in this second half. Those clear, go too far, just as far as Paige Rashute now tries to engineer something here on the Siena Heights side. Box, the low crosser is defended well by Messing. Cleared away, now Mather chases back down on it. Stancato. Castle. Blocked by Nybor. Everett did well defensively there. Lauren Southworth fend off Caitlin Mather. Onto the Blue Devil sideline, and now they'll have an opportunity here to set up, get it into Mather. Base taken away, though, there rather swiftly. Net moves up, tries to keep it alive, so it goes back to Hoffman. Nifty move from Jeanette. Dispossessed. Jeanette has to get back. Look ahead. A bit of open space this time for Julia Staccato to look up. 6 goals on the season. Siena Heights without Danielle Eastman. She was injured in the first half. Could be a critical blow to their attack here in the second half. Eastman, one of the senior leaders on this Siena Heights team. And for Kelsey Cheney. He's looking to stay compact defensively, really putting a wall back there. Almondo's hops up for another save. Will produce a corner, the second of the night for Siena Heights. First one came very early on. They're in search of an equalizer. This one, the header, is too high. Blue Devil faithful on the edge of their seats once again. Watch this LTU team keep the 1-0 lead alive. Last time we saw LTU win on this home field was against Michigan Dearborn. That was a passionate, energetic effort similar to this one. Duke back really flying around there defensively. Active. Now the ball back in the midfield. Siena Heights with the advantage here for Kennedy Barr. All confident for senior year of high school. On her sophomore year of collegiate soccer. Get a return feed here. Ball might have clipped off the shoulder of Everett, possibly redirecting it slightly. Presenting more of a challenge at time for Macy Llewellyn. We're in Southworth. And for Richmond's over there for Siena Heights. Substitutions in. Earlier, Eastman out. The threats for this Siena Heights team. Whoever's looking to hang on here. Sydney Everett's find this ball, trying to chase it down. One shot on goal for the Blue Devils, and that one shot was a goal off the foot of Elaine Nybor. Almondo's has faced 7 shots on goal, and she'll deliver here. The Siena Heights team averaging about 18.5 shots per match, and have kept that pace up tonight. Blue Devils, for the most part, have caused those shots to be non-threatening. Back line success was a hot topic for this LTU team early in the season. Now it might be at its most crucial point of the season. Nyborg getting back there. Job for Sydney Everett to dispossess her opponent. Wozniak makes something out of this. And he win the ball. He does. In with Mather, a shot that sails wide. Silverman. Randy Jeanette. Messing. Hoffman chasing back here. A race. Haley Mahaz. And that whistles wide. Almondo's well out. And the Blue Devils keep the lead alive once again. Couple of hugs after that. It's still 1-0. Presenting the threat there was Kaylee Mahaz, the Canton, Michigan native. Search of her first goal of the year. Wow, was that a sequence that had these Blue Devil fans on the edge of their seats. Thrilling final half an hour to come from the LTU Athletic Field. We thank you once again for tuning in tonight, wherever you may be. The Blue Devils are currently up 1-0 over the favored Siena Heights team. Breathing a sigh of relief. Now a set piece. Second corner of the night. Delivery, the header attempt. That time Messing and Trapp were in. Messing. Cleared away. Freshman Hoffman. Stancato by Jeanette. Plays it across. Everett's. A nice job there. Looked like she may have been caught for a moment. Was able to get the appeared to be the clip of her toe on it. But once again, trying to engineer something. The Saints. Waiting options. Cross her into the box, but nothing doing there. Overman. Shoot back. Wozniak. Sarah Trapp. Streaking Elaine Nyborg. In with Wozniak and Mather. And we're navigating her way. That clips. Wozniak was in front of it. A groan released from this crowd. They were close to perhaps the second. Half an hour to play. Blue Devil team is playing with confidence, feeling that they can pull off an upset tonight. The header, and that sails high. Hands on top of heads, hoping for a second. Blue Devil back line can continue to move as a unit the way they have, you'd think maybe, just maybe, a second could put it away. Battles in the midfield. Silverman did a nice job there. He transferred from the University of Detroit Mercy. He's been active. All that battle just going to keep going on and on there. Ultimately favored Silverman and the Blue Devils. Again here, a couple of players edge of the area, but a calm save made that time by Sophia Lentz. Out there. Here's the Madison Bologna bouncing up and down on that Blue Devils sideline, trying to get warmed up on a brisk 50-something degree night here in Southfield area. They make their way back in. Given the start tonight once again. Stancato. Well placed for shoot back, and she was taken down. Shoot back in her 6th game back after suffering an injury on this home field. He missed a game. It's the last home victory against University of Michigan Dearborn. He was alive and well on the sidelines, as most of those Blue Devils were. An energetic, super performance. Blue Devil team. Similar feeling tonight. Only up 1-0, opposed to 3-0. But certainly a similar feeling to this one. Talked about how crucial these starts are for Lawrence Tech, how crucial these starts have been for Lawrence Tech. And that has once again played a role tonight, feeding off the energy of an Elaine Nybor goal, assisted by Lauren Wozniak. Blue Devils surrender the first goal. The numbers are not in their favor this year. That is not the case tonight. Currently up 1-0. Almendoza has stayed strong. Now they find themselves once again trying to find an opportunity offensively. LTU trying to prevent those forward runs for Siena Heights. Closed off space well. Catherine Gordon got Almendoz there. Trying to survive the final 25 now. And pretty even in terms of possession. Siena Heights got off to a nice start in terms of that possession battle, but LTU flipped that around pretty quickly. Really might have had the possession advantage through the final half of that first half. Give the opening 20 minutes or so to Siena Heights in terms of that possession battle. Now this will bring the third corner of the night to Lawrence Tech. Andy Richards spoke about the importance of these set pieces for the season, even got underway, and now here's the delivery into the area. Header and a goal! Lightning strikes twice under the lights. "2-0 in favor of Lawrence Tech over the favored Siena Heights team. It has been a dream performance. The Blue Devils under headman Andy Richards hoping to pull off an upset tonight. Now the speed on display from Stancato. And that whips wide. 2-0 now with under 25 to play. Sarah Trapp's header and the second assist for Lauren Wozniak. Second goal on the season for Trapp. The second consecutive game that she has scored late in a match. She scored in the 76th minute of that 2-1 loss to Indiana Tech. She's on its hair now. Now Siena Heights desperately in need of a pair of goals. The Saints trying to keep their hopes alive to perhaps get that #1 spot in the conference. They're 2 games back of the top, but they could fall behind in a very tight race. A couple of crucial weeks if they were to be upset tonight. It's going to be a big win for Lawrence Tech. They're currently 2 games below 500. If you can win tonight, you have a very winnable match ahead on Saturday against Lourdes. That will be at 3 p.m. We'll have that broadcast for you. Blue Devil fans hoping that'll be a match that sees LTU get back to 500. It'll be a very good week. Here is Mather. Now Kaylee Mahaz, go back to her support of Lauren Southworth. Called her name quite a bit tonight. So victory this would be for LTU. Possibly a timely, possibly a season-shifting win. It would be the second W in the last 3 games if they could do it. Big win on the road to kick off that road trip against Rochester by a score of 4-0. I don't think many expected this tonight following a 2-1 loss to Indiana Tech. Be interested to find out what Andy Richards thinks is the key difference between this performance and last time out. Chat with Andy after this one. Catch all the post-game reaction. The various Lawrence Tech social media channels. You can follow LTU Women's Soccer on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Keep up with all the action. Here's Mather. She's been a lively part of the action tonight. And out of play there. Crowd tries to feed some energy into this Blue Devil team, but they don't need any help with that energy tonight. They provided it right from the get-go. Wozniak trailing in here. hoping for a mistake, but couldn't quite find it. Now Nybor. He hasn't needed any mistakes tonight. He's pretty much taken the action head on. Done well. And a certain spirit about this Blue Devil team tonight. Nybor with enough time and space to give it back to Silverman, who's had a crucial role. Annette moves up her back line position to give it up to Bologna. Annette still flying down that wing, and so is Bologna. Cleared away there. Essentially looks like a back four for the Blue Devils tonight. Has held strong. Play comes in for Wozniak on the Blue Devils side. Lauren Wozniak, another admirable performance. She continues her tear over these last 5 games or so. 4 goals in the last 6 now, and she tacked on 2 more assists. Blue Devils backpedaling. But a strip by Silverman. The delight of this crowd. And Silverman finds some room. Finds Mather. Silverman again. Madison Tadora back in on the Siena Heights side. Forwards, the Blue Devils have been able to keep under siege for the most part tonight. Be a very interesting interview with Andy Richards after this one if his team can hold this. Find out what he thinks this team has done so well under the lights tonight. Up 2-0. Final 20 minutes now. This WAC conference battle. Danielle Eastman back in. Ripped again there by Silverman. Mather. Trying to split through. McClay. And coming out well out of her net, Sophia Lentz, as that began to develop. Blue Devils were in search of a third there. The last time they went on this home field was by a score of 3-0. Here's Nybor. That would have surely put it away with 17 minutes remaining. Substitutions are waiting to come in here. Devils will retain possession. Time LTU played on this field, they suffered a heartbreaking loss at the hands of Cleary. A goal in the final 2 minutes. Put it away under a downpour of rain. Better conditions tonight. Better play tonight. Better start tonight for this Blue Devil team. Up 2-0, trying to hold that lead in the final 15 minutes and 40 seconds now. The exact type of action that has allowed them to hold Siena Heights off the scoreboard. Gawker preparing to check in here for Sarah Trapp. Gets the hug from head coach Andy Richards. Well-deserved praise. The team is so well coached. Such great chemistry, such great friendships among this squad. And it is Trapp's goal for the second game in a row now. Has put them up 2-0. Almondo is another calm effort. Goalkeeper that this Blue Devil team has plenty of trust in. Part of that tough loss to Indiana. Tech made 12 saves in that one. He's made 8 tonight. Mather. Nifty move to get past the initial defense. Now Chalker, the freshman. Effort that is wide. On a couple of occasions in the second half, Blue Devils have come close to scoring. Still holding a 2-0 lead. The fans might think that they could be up by even more. Siena Heights team that comes in here at 5-2 in WAC play. Aquinas leading the way at 7-0-1 in the WAC. Devil football team will practice after this one. It was a fun week of homecoming games. 1 week on campus for Lawrence Tech Athletics, the ever-developing Lawrence Tech Athletics program. Saw a homecoming men's soccer victory in dominant fashion. Last Wednesday night, we had the pleasure of calling that one. It was a very fun, scintillating game. Caitlin Mather. The team came up short against Indiana Wesleyan. A lot more to come on LTSN the rest of the week. Well, big volleyball matches for your Blue Devils on Friday and Saturday, back-to-back. 7 p.m. on Friday night and 1 p.m. on Saturday in the Don Reeler Fieldhouse. Men's and women's soccer will follow on that same Saturday at 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. for Senior Day. Fun weekend ahead in Blue Devil Athletics, and they can get off to a nice start. Blue Devils can hold on here. Up 2-0, the final 15 minutes. They don't look like a team that is trying to pull off an upset tonight. They look like a team that feels this is a victory they would take on any day. Siena Heights, Lourdes, Cornerstone, UNOH, the remaining schedule on the regular season for Lawrence Tech. Regular season that wraps up on the 27th at UNOH. Substitutions coming in here. Clock stopped at 9:55. Wozniak. Open space here for Siena Heights. Almondo's well out of her net. What a save. A courageous one. He's done that all night. A player that has seen the WAC Defensive Player of the Week award in her career. She'll certainly earn some praise after a performance like this. Final 10 minutes now. Andy Richards looking on with his coaching staff. Could this perhaps be considered the best win of the season for Lawrence Tech if they hold? I think it's fair to say that. Bit of an up and down year. Those that found themselves in skids, they have the ability to put performances in the rearview mirror. Come out and play hard every single night, and that appears to be coming to fruition under the lights. On this October 16th night. Third corner of the night for Siena Heights. Come here, the Blue Devils found themselves scoring on a set piece the last time they had the opportunity. Almondo's easy again. Bologna, Silverman. Mather. Stalker running down. Well-conditioned Blue Devil team. Plenty of life still in them. Along with the adrenaline that comes with a lead like this. Free kick. No threat. They're a trap back in for Madison Bologna. They're a trap. The senior, one of 3 seniors, he's taken on that leadership role tonight and over the last couple of matches. First couple of goals of the season over these last 2 now, and second one really came at a big time. Give some breathing room to this Blue Devil team. Under 5 to play on the home field. Blue Devils are looking to improve to 5-3-1. Hoffman. Once again, post-game reaction ahead on the LTU Athletics Twitter and Facebook pages and YouTube channel. On the LTU Sports Report, which you can watch every Monday at 4:30 p.m. on Fox Sports Detroit and re-airing throughout the week. Last and another sprawling save made by Almondoz. She's really started to heat up now. She's faced a lot more shots than Sophia Lentz, but she has been comfortable. Ready for every single one of them. Madison Smith now makes her way back in for Chalker. Junior for freshman swap there, and that last touch trap, I believe it did. Just a miracle effort to be the only remaining source of production for Siena Heights. Smith does well to break up the proceedings there. 1:50 to play. Siena Heights team a bit confused at times tonight. A back line that has held strong for the Blue Devils, what appears to be a back four that Andy Richards has gone with tonight. Silverman, he's been one of the players that you would list as a very admirable performance. 80 seconds now. Stop the clock once more, though. Substitution coming in here. Everett in for trap. $60. 30 seconds. The support of this Blue Devil crowd being heard on this night. Passionate defense right from the get-go. It was much needed against a group of dynamic forwards that Siena Heights presented. But they presented those forwards to no avail on this night. That is cleared away, and there's the final whistle. What most will call an upset, but what the Blue Devils will think of as an ordinary victory on this October 16th night. The Blue Devils improved to 6-7-2. A chance to get the win-loss record to 500 on Saturday against Lourdes. Plenty of hugging, plenty of high-fiving, and well-deserved for this Lawrence Tech team. A 2-0 victory over Siena Heights. Under the lights tonight, the Blue Devils bounce back. Their biggest win of the season. It was a pleasure to bring it to you on LTSN. Saying so long for our wonderful crew. Kia Titus, the producer behind the screens tonight. Jenna Skolsky running the camera. I'm Jason Ross Jr. Have a wonderful night.